Welcome to the new lecture. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about the relationships and relationship sets. In the previous lectures, we have discussed about the entities, entity types and attributes. Please look over the sections to get a better understanding of these coming topics. Right? So, in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the relationships and relationship sets. So, a relationship is defined as an association among several entities and relationships are represented by diamond symbol. For example, let us take we have an entity named student. We have an entity named student and we have another entity named course. So these are two entities. One entity name is the student, another entity name is the course. Now here we know the student enrolls in a course, right? So there is a relationship between them, right? So what is a relationship? A relationship is defined as an association among several entities. So one entity is associated with the other entity, so we can represent this by a relationship. So what symbol we are going to use? We are going to use the diamond symbol. So there will be a relationship between those two entities. It is represented by diamond symbol, and here we can write here student enrolls in course. So here we have represented entities in a particular relationship, right? See here, there can be many students. For an example, I can take, suppose S1, S2, S3 are three students, right? Then C1, C2, C3 are three courses. So S1 join course C1, so there is a relationship. So like this we are going to have a relationship. So relationship is defined as an association among several entities. Now in this example, how many entities have participated? Two. So there can be three entities. For a relation there can be many entities participating, right? Let us take an example and let us get clarified by that. See here we have two tables. So we have taken a relationship, right? Student enrolls in a course. Now in the for the student relationship I have taken here a table. In that roll number is the primary key and I have four row tuples, right? And also have the course table. In the course I have the course ID and course name, and have indicated three courses here with the course different course ID. So course ID is the primary key. Now they are participating, the student and course are participating in a relationship. Means suppose Ram joins SAP. So it is one relation between the this particular tuple, that is Ram, and has joined the course SAP. Now in the same way, Sham joins course 201, right? And there can also be situation that Sham can also join course 401. That is one person, if suppose we have not indicated here any relationships, so there will be many considerations, right? So suppose there is a consideration here, that is he can join two courses, student can join two courses. In that particular situation, Sham have joined Java and also Sham have joined the C++ course. Now this is a particular example. Now how many relations we have? So we have here three relationships, right? We have three relationships. So this particular relationships called as relationship set. Now we have understood that we have a relation, we have one entity, for that we have written a relation, and also for the course entity we have written the a relation. Then for this relationship also have a relation. This relationship should also be represented in relation. Then how it is going to be represented? So here a relationship takes the entities, takes the attributes. A relationship takes the attributes of the two different of its associated entities. What are its associated entity? One is the student and another is the course. So this relationship enrolls, this enrolls takes the entities from the takes the attributes from the entity student, and also it takes the attributes from the entity course. What attribute it takes? It takes the primary key attributes. So enrolls is also going to be a relation, and it contains the primary key of its associated entities. So the is associated entities are student and course. So for the student case, the primary key is the rule number, so it contains the rule number, and is another associated entity is the course, so it contains the its particular primary key, that is CID. And also, if the relationship have the descriptive attributes, we are going to study about the descriptive attributes. Suppose if it have the descriptive attributes, those are also going to be included in this particular relationship. A relationship contain attributes or this primary key of its participating associate entity E1 union primary key of E2 union so and so. How many entities are associated to a particular relationship? Those particular entities primary keys plus descriptive attributes if it have any. So read about the relationship, right? And also we have taken an example, and also we have studied how to take the value attributes for a relationship, right? Let's next discuss about the relationship sets. Next topic is the relationship sets. So a relationship set is the set of relationship of the same type. Right? If we have a relationship and if it have a associated entities, and all these are as entities which are associated, we are going to participate in a relationship, and if they are of same type, then we call it as a relationship set. And next is a relationship can be thought as a set of n tuples, where suppose E1 to En, small e1 to E1 is a set of relationships, then this particular every E1 belongs to entity where capital is the entities, it is going to belong to the different associated entities E1 to En, right? Suppose see here we can take this as the entity E1, and if you have take this as the entity E2. Now this small e is going to be the attributes of this relationship. Now we have taken in our previous example, this relationship have the attributes of these participating entities. So this in the relationship we have two entities which are participating. Now it have the attributes of this particular set subset, and also it is also going to have the attributes from this particular subset. That is, he have said here we are going to have a relationship set contains E1 to En, E1 to En, where E1 belongs to the one entity E1 and another E2 is going to belong to the another entity E2. Now by this example also see here we have student enroll courses. Now this is a relationship and we are going to have the relationship set, and relationship set contain the attributes this rule number is a subset of this particular entity student, and also CID is a subset of this particular course. So that is what we have studied here. It contains E1 to En attributes. A relationship contains E1 to En, where E1 belongs to the one entity, E2 belongs to the another entity. Like this, how many entities which are that is, there can be many entities participating. Those particular entities attributes are going to be with the relationship set, right? A set of relationship of the same type is called as the relationship set. So we have discussed about the relationship and the relationship sets, right? So we have understood about the relationship sets, and also we have understood that the relationship contain the attributes, and also this relationship contain attributes, and these attributes we are going to take the primary keys of the associated entities. That is the primary key of E1 union primary key of E2, and so on up to how many entities the particular relation is associated. Those entities primary keys we are going to take, and also we are going to take the descriptive attributes. So let us understand what do you mean by descriptive attributes. So the descriptive attributes are the attributes of a relation. See here we have two entities here, employee and department, right? Employee have employee ID, employee name and age. So employee have three attributes. So which are the part of this particular entity. In the same way, department have department ID, department name and the budget. So those are the part of the department relation, right? So department entity. Now these two have participated in a relationship, that is the working. Employee works in a particular department. So this relationship have a attribute. This is a special case. So if a relationship have an attribute, then that particular attribute is called as descriptive attribute. So that is, descriptive attributes are used to record information about relationship. That is, for a relationship we are going to have an attributes. It is going to add some extra information about the relationship. So descriptive attributes are attributes of relationship. Let us understand this example. Suppose there can be an employee. So employee works in a department. Suppose there is some department name 401. Suppose employee name is Ram. Ram works in 401th department, right? So there can be one descriptive attribute here, since Ram works in department 401 since 1990. So it have added some extra information to a relationship. That is an employee of a department from since the particular time. So this type of attributes are called as descriptive attributes. Let us construct the relation for this table, right? So we have an entity called employee. So employee is going to be a one relation. It have employee ID and employee name and age. So we are going to have three attributes for the employee relation. And now for the department. So department is another relation. So in this relation we are going to have the department ID, right, department name and budget. And here we have a relation works in, and for this relationship, as per so far we have learned about the relationship, how we should take. So for this we have to take the primary key of the two participating entities. So the primary key of the employee is going to be the EID, and the primary key of the department is going to be the department ID. So for this works in relation, we are going to take the works in relation. For this working relation, we are going to take employee ID, one pattern, one column, and another is the department ID, and again we are going to take another attribute, and it have another descriptive attribute since. So we have taken these three as a relation in the works in. In this way we have to solve over the relationships, right? So it is about the descriptive attributes. So in this lecture we have studied about the relationship and the relationship sets, and also we have studied how to formulate a relation, right? How to convert them into the tables, right? So and also we have studied about the descriptive attributes. So in the coming lecture, let us study about the degree of a relationship and the cardinality of a relationship.